for Iverson. Next to run, McKinley Taylor of West Millard. Rounds number 2 and on to the third. Good tight turns on the bay horse. Good turn on 3. Let's stop the clock at a 16.834. 16.834. Nice run for McKinley Taylor. Next to go, Afton Beck. Lehigh, Utah's where she calls home. Tough talent here in the barrel racing. All right, Afton, we're good on 1 and on to number 2. Come on, let's push the big black horse across the finish line. Afton Beck, 16.342, 16.342. That's going to place her in the go-round, move her to the lead in the performance. 16.342 for the number 6 cowgirl in the state. Alexis Beckstead of the Spikers will be next to run. She'll be followed by Carmia Norris.
This is Charlie Greenall to memory. She'll be followed by Haley Flint. Goat tying time on our side. And the time is an 8.74, 8.74. Now they're running an 8.56 by Ashlyn Flint. Now we're going to go with Haley Flint of the Spikers. She'll be followed by Paige Clem of the Spikers, then Gentry Goza.
Time's going to be at 20.947 plus 520, 5.947, including the penalty for Alexis. Carmia Norris. Uinta Basin cowgirl next to run. We will rake after Carmia.
This is Haley Flynn of the Spikers. Your next cowgirl to go. Paige Clem on deck, and Gentry goes in the hole.
Time's going to be a 19.051, 19.051. Let's drop and drag.
And the time is a 10.37, 10.37. Paige Clem of the Spikers will be next to go. She will be followed by Gentry Goza of the Uinta Basin, and then Kaisley Couture, Dixie.
Rodeo fans, make sure you purchase your souvenir programs. Make sure you don't leave Heber City without them. They have a scholarship drawing on the front of them, so you can enter that each and every year for some scholarship dollars. But lots of memories are made right here in Heber City. You want to keep those rodeo programs for a lifetime as they showcase the student athletes, highlight some of your seniors, and have all kinds of great information regarding your sponsors in those.
And the time is a 10.52, 10.52 for Paige. Gentry Goza, Uinta Basin will be next to go. She'll be followed by Kaisley Couture of Dixie, then Shani Fox of Emory.
In the winner's circle, I have the first go-round of Rain Cow champion. This is Taylor Jones. Taylor, it takes a special horse to get you to the state finals in Rain Cow, but also to place #1 in a go-round. Tell me about the horse you have underneath you.
I got a great mare from Chad Blaisdell that I was so fortunate enough to be able to snatch up, that she just loves to work for me and just does really well for me.
So for those in the audience that have never seen a Rain Cow horse, you do different maneuvers and you get scored on them. So in the Rain Cow horse, what is your favorite maneuver?
It's got to be either the spins or the stops, just because the stops are the coolest, and just being able to pivot around on one foot's pretty cool too.
It was amazing to watch you. Congratulations, Taylor.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Gentry just came down and tied the goat in 7.96. 7.96 to put her in the lead for the round. Casey Couture of Dixie will be next, followed by Shani Fox of Emory, then Hallie Wilson of Wasatch.
Here we go. We're back on the air here in the large arena with Presley Bennett of the Spikers. She will be next to run. She'll be followed by Sienna Allen and Madison Nielsen. This is Spikers.
And the time is at 10.45. Sorry, Todd, 10.45.
Oh, no worries. It is a beautiful night. Everybody was worried that we were going to get rained on all night.
I was. Of course, you're in the nice announcer stand, and I'm over in the tent.
That's okay. I was told that Heber Valley Horse Sales needs to be building an announcer stand.
Would you have to bring that up again? Shady Fox of Emory will be next to go. Hallie Wilson on deck.
Just in case you forgot from 2 weeks ago. (16-6-1-5), 16-6-1-5 for the Cowgirl Presley Bennett. Sienna Allen will be next of Lehigh. She'll be followed by Madison Nielsen and Cajun Watterson. Sienna Allen, Cowgirl, runs deep in rodeo. Long family history. Sienna Allen.
And the time for our Cowgirl is at 11.31, 11:31. As we move now to Hallie Wilson of Wasatch, she'll be followed by Tommy Wood of Enterprise, then Austin Thornton.
(18-3-9-6), 18-3-9-6 for Sienna. Next to go, Madison Nielsen, Carbon. She'll be followed by Cajun Watterson and Samantha Donovan.
And the time is an 8.51, 8:51 for our Cowgirl from Wasatch. Tommy Wood of Enterprise will be next to go, followed by Austin Thornton of South Utah County, then Lizzie Holyoke.
(17-2-8-3), 17-2-83 for Madison. Cajun Watterson, South Utah County, will be up next. She'll be followed by Samantha Donovan. Will rake after Samantha. All right, Cajun, let's put a run together.
Tommy Wood of Enterprise.
Well, Todd Williams, if you're around, you make way over to McCarty. You need to be interviewed. We know you're not as shy as your brother.
And the time is an 8.95, 8.95.
17-4-5-5 plus 5. 22-4-55, including the penalty for Cajun.
Austin Thornton, South Utah County, will be next, followed by Lizzie Holyoke and then Ashley Barrett.
Next to go, Samantha Donovan of Dixie.
Well, Cajun was a fast time in the breakaway, so once she puts Nemo away and makes her way on over, we'd love to talk to you in the Young Power Sports Winner's Circle.
And the time is at 11.17 for Austin. Lizzie Holyoke Dixie will be next to go, followed by Ashley Barrett. 2 to go. Pole benders, be ready. 2 to go.
And a little bit of tough luck for Samantha Donovan. It's going to be no time. No time for Donovan. Let's drop the bells and drag. Following the drag, it'll be Sadie Davis, Shaylee Ivy, Brooklyn Flowers, and Mackley Larson. We've got 4 to go. Team Ropers, we're down to the final 4.
Lizzie's time is at 10.50, 10.50 for our cowgirl from Dixie. Ashley Barrett, Lehigh will be our last goat tire in this performance. Ashley Barrett. No time. The girl kind of got in a hurry, so Ashley takes a no time. Well, Todd, to recap our goat time this evening's performance, with an 8.95 is Tommy Wood. Third place goes to Charlie Greenotes with an 8.74. Second place with an 8.51, Hallie Wilson. And your winner for tonight's performance is Gentry Goza with a 7.96. And that's who we're going to send to you, McCarty, is Gentry Goza. It's pole bending time on our side.
Looks like our red roofing barrels are up, and we are ready. As soon as the tractor clears the alley, we'll be ready. Sadie Davis, South Utah County, top 10 cowgirl coming into today. This is Sadie Davis of South Utah County. Again, thank you to Red Roofing. They are your performance number 2 sponsor of this year's state finals. Good run going here for Sadie. 16-4-1-2, 16-4-1-2 for Davis, the number 7 cowgirl in the state. Shaylee Ivy, Uinta Mason, will be up next. She'll be followed by Brooklyn Flowers and Mackley Larson. 3 to go. Team Ropers, we're down to 3.
As we're waiting for Gentry Goza in the goat tying to make her way on over, we just want to say that goat tying today was brought to you by Quanta Services. They have been connecting, powering, and fueling the nation. Learn more about Quanta's education and career opportunities at quantaservices.com.
Shaylee Ivy. Another great run going here, 17.345, 49, 17.349. Brooklyn Flowers of the Spikers will be next to run. She'll be followed by Mackley Larson. Flowers of the Spikers.
We are set and ready, and we're going to go with our first cowgirl. This is Sage Campbell. South Utah County should be followed by Delaney Gardner of Wasatch, and then Kaylee Thurgood of the Spikers. They're running Cody Stowell this morning with a 20.558 to put her in first place so far in the go-round. Sage Campbell, South Utah County.
17.920, 17.920 for Brookwood. Mackley Larson of South Utah County will be your final cowgirl to run this evening. Let's put a good run together, Mackley.
$22.704 plus 10.
Good turn on number 2 and 3. Stops the clock at a 16.438, 16.438 for the number 5 cowgirl in the state, 16.438.
Delaney Gardner of Wasatch will be next to go, followed by Kaylee Thurgood of the Spikers, then Ryan Becker of Wasatch.
Tad Williams is currently leading the go-round in the steer wrestling. Tad, the horse that you're on this weekend isn't a horse that you usually ride, and he has kind of a unique story. Tell me about it.
Oh, you know, he was kind of a runaway about a year ago. We lost all hope in that horse, and I'm pretty sure Cash Rob and my dad and probably even you are missing toes from him. He was kind of crazy, but we started bulldogging on him a little less than a year ago, and he's turned out pretty good.
He's getting the job done for you. When you saw the steer that you drew, what was going through your mind?
You know, I know I had a good steer. It was just an average steer that he liked to hang a leg, and I knew I just had to finish him strong and see if we could get him to fall clean. So.
And you did just that. Congratulations, Tad Williams. Fast time in the steer wrestling.
Thank you.
Kayla Thurgood of the Spikers will be next, where they had a no time for Delaney Gardner. This is Kayla Thurgood of the Wasatch or the Spikers Club, followed by Ryan Becker of Wasatch.
Here is a quick recap in tonight's performance. Mackley Larson with a 16.438 is going to be number 4, followed by a 16.428 from Audrey Tree, then a 16.412 from Sadie Davis, and winning the performance, headed down to C. McCarty with a 16.342 will be Afton Beck of Lehigh, 16.342. We look forward to visiting with you, Afton Beck.
$20.961 for Kayla. Next to go will be Ryan Becker, and then after Ryan will be Eliza Hansen. Will rake after Eliza.
It's team open time in the large arena. As we finish out our drag, we're going to start things off with Diesel Bundy and Berkeley Phillips of Dixie. That'll be your first team to go. 10:04 holds the number 1 spot, the Harrises. They'll be followed by Austin and Crandall, Larson, and Holt.
20.424 plus 15.
We're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. First team out. It's a 3-loop bend. 3 loops. Bundy and Phillips, your first team to go.
Eliza Hansen from Lehigh will be next to run.
And no time for your first team out of the box. Burke Austin and Tate Crandall, your next team to go. South Utah County. They'll be followed by Larson and Holt, Haskell and Stevenson.
This is Eliza Hansen, Lehigh.
Again, just a reminder, team ropers, when you're done, do not head out through the parking lot. Head down around the south side of the arenas. That's how you can make your way back to the stall area. Burke Austin, Tate Crandall. Head loop on, heel loop. Look at the smoke off of that one. And we got a new leader at 7:27. 7:27. And the time is at 21.824 plus 10. 21.824 plus 10. Rakers into the arena, please. Rakers into the arena. Jake Larson, Spencer Holt, Dixie and Enterprise is your next team to go. They'll be followed by Haskell and Stevenson, then Anderson and Horrocks.
Bringing you the team roping is Young Power Sports. Not only do they bring you the team roping, but they sponsor the winner's circle down here. They are giving away $25 to every performance winner. So if you make it on over to the winner's circle, you can get $25 from Young Power Sports, a gift card to them.
Turning phase 5 in the field. 941 plus 5. 1441, 1441. Next to go, Luke Haskell and Kyson Stevenson, South Utah County and San Pete Rodeo Club. It's matching horses in Heber City, but we're going to be a 624 plus 10. 1624, including 1624 for Luke and Kyson. Richland Anderson and Caden Horrocks, you and a Basin, your next team to go. Hanks and Hammerstrom, Nielsen and Allred, be ready. Well, he scooped him up, went to the horn. It's going to be 5 in the field. 7, 1, 5 plus 5. 12-15, including the penalty for Anderson and Horrocks, Luke Hanks, and Heath Hammerstrom. South Utah County and West Desert, your next team to go. Here's your student body president on the head side.
Kylie Ryden of Dixie. We're back on the air now. She'll be followed by Emily Johnson of Dixie, then Lindsay Orton, South Utah County. This is Kylie Ryden.
All right, Hammer's going to pick him up. Tracks him away, but wants to stay in the average. 12.58, 12.58 for Hanks and Hammerstrom, the number 7 team in the state. Next to go, Madison Nielsen of Carbon and Riley Allred of Emory.
And the time is a 20.518. Puts her in the lead of the go-round. Kylie Whiting. Emily Johnson-Dixie will be next, followed by Lindsay Orton of South Utah County, then Marjorie Morley of South Utah County. This is our cowgirl from Dixie, Emily Johnson.
Rebuild, rebuild. 3-loop event. No time for the team of Nielsen and Allred, no time. Next to go is Camden Coronado and Rio Hughes of Enterprise. They'll be followed by Stevenson and Motley, Biggerstaff, and Johnson.
21.330 plus 5. 21.330 plus 5 as we move now to Lindsay Orton, South Utah County, Marjorie Morley on deck.
Floats him on, turning face. 7.95 for Coronado and Hughes. Number 4 team in the state. Cannon already punched one ticket to Gillette, Wyoming. Would love to punch another. Ellie Stevenson, McKinley Motley, Sam Pete, and Wasatch, your next team to go. They'll be followed by Biggerstaff and Johnson, then Fillmore and Hughes.
No time, broken pattern over on our side as we move now to Marjorie Morley, South Utah County, and then Avery Hollinger of South Utah County. We will wake after Avery.
And a hot hand and a no time for Stevenson and Motley. No time. As we don't get our dally on the hillside. Cap Biggerstaff, Randy Johnson, Uinta Basin, South Utah County. They'll be followed by Fillmore and Hughes, Weston, and Burnett.
We have J&S Hydrotherapy, like I mentioned, over by the indoor arena, so go and swim your horse. They're also giving away free sessions to the cutting and Rain Cow State champions, as well as our state queen, Harley Stokes, and then the champion of the first go-round in the barrels and the poles. So thank you, J&S Hydrotherapy.
And the time is at 20.377 plus 5. 20.377 plus 5, 25.377. Our next cowgirl to go is Avery Hollinger of South Utah County, and then we'll rake after Avery. Once again, we want to remind you that the pole bending is brought to you by West Winds Water. You have some free swag over there, don't you, Bacardi, from West Winds Water?
Yes, West Winds Waterwell is giving away ball caps to everyone who comes and sees us in the winner's circle, as well as Young Power Sports. But I'm here with Cajun Watterson. She was the fast time tonight in the breakaway roping. Cajun, so much has to happen in those 2 seconds. Kind of walk us all through your run.
I just told myself to let the cows start and score ride rope, and it worked.
And the practice nights at your house have to be insane. I feel like your whole family is part of rodeo. Kind of tell us what it's like.
Me and my mom usually try to get the barrel horses worked and tuned up in the mornings, and then when my brothers and dad get home from work, Davis has usually come up, and then we rope steers and try to rope calves.
Congratulations, Cajun, the fast time in the breakaway roping.
Thank you.
And the time for Avery is a 20.993, 20.993. Rakers into the arena, and we'll turn it back over to you, McCarty, and to Todd.
Well, we've got a couple to recap. Cap Biggerstaff, Randy Johnson. They turned in a time of 7:39. That's going to put them number 2 in the go-round. McCray, Fillmore, Ram Hughes was your last team. They were a 6.98 plus 5, 11.98 including. This is Hannah Weston and Bracken Burnett of the Spikers. We're going to rebuild and go use all 3 loops. Crandall and Riding, Mon and Jacobs, be ready. We want to say thank you again to Western Edge Photography, Miss Amanda Dilworth. She's got an amazing crew here with her today. She's got Allie in the small arena and Layla taking some of those great box shots. So thank you to Western Edge Photography. 27-71, 27-71 for Hannah West and Bracken Burnett. Next to go, Bridger Crandall and Kessler Riding. Here is a team that can push for that leaderboard right here. South Utah Counties, Crandall and Riding. Again, big shout out and thank you to the Cowboy Channel. Performances, they're going to be broadcast on the Cowboy Channel.
We are back on the air, and it is Kayla Gardner of Dixie. She'll be followed by Brendan Brotherson of San Pete.
Well, Bridger's going to push his brother, 7.24 for Bridger Crandall. Kessler Riding 7:24 as they go to the lead in the round. Next to go, Austin Mon of South Utah County, Cooper Jacobs of South Utah County. They'll be followed by Fillmore and Peterson.
Take a stroll out into the courtyard where we have some amazing vendors. We have Frontier Trailer, Western Edge Photography's here, so go stop by, get some pictures ordered. We also have CNR Trailers and Living Quarters, Rustic Ranch Boutique, Rockin' Bee Hats, Total Cowboy, Lola Baker the Boot Lady, Adore Clothing, and many more. So go out and support our vendors, and we appreciate them so much for being here this weekend.
Our time is at 21.123, 21.123 for Kayla. Brendan Brotherson and Sam Pete will be next, followed by Rayleigh Davis of Wasatch.
No time for Austin Mon and Cooper Jacobs. No time. This is Clancy Fillmore, Jake Peterson of Sevier. They'll be followed by Bowden and Goodrich, Goza and Petrus.
Brendan Brotherson, Sam Pete.
No time for the team of Clancy Fillmore, Jake Peterson. No time. Peyton Bowden, Justin Goodrich, Uinta Basin will be your next team to go. Goza and Petrus, Cumbie and Borkman be ready.
And the time is at 21.435, 21.435 for Brenna. Rayleigh Davis of Wasatch will be next, followed by Paige Clem of the Spikers, then Libby Cornwall.
I am convinced that the Utah High School Rodeo Association has some of the best kids in the sport of rodeo, and Colorado Mesa sees that in us. Colorado Mesa University sponsors Utah High School Rodeo, and they feature a full boarding and rodeo facility in the beautiful Grand Junction, Colorado. From trade programs to masters, they've got you covered, so schedule a tour and check out what CMU has to offer.
It faced 5 in the field. It's going to be 11-2-7 plus 5. 16:27, including the penalty, 16:27.
And the time for Rayleigh is at 21.085, 21.085. Paige Clem from the Spikers will be next, followed by Libby Cornwall, and then Will Rake. This is Paige Clem.
Uinta Basin brings us Gentry Goza, Riker Petros.
How you coming, Todd? What number are you on?
Number 17.
Nice.
Don't worry, we just want to play music in the bull riding. We'll see if we get there.
And this morning, Todd, you finished fast in the small arena. It's a possibility we can listen to some music in the bull riding. Todd finished fast this morning.
Yes, he did. We're finishing fast tonight.
Time to be at 25.95, 25.95. It's not a race. I have more events than you. 25.95 for Goza and Petros. Branham Cumbie and Brock Borkman, Spikers in West Desert, your next team to go. They'll be followed by Kill and Needy, then Olson and Olson. We have had a fantastic team roping here, though, tonight. Lots of catches, lots of leaders, and fast times. We got a 5-second penalty with a leg. We're going to be a 6:41 plus 5. 6:41 plus 5. 11:41, including the penalty for Cumbie and Borkman. Caden Kill, Enterprise, White, Needy.
And the time is at 20.935 plus 15, 20.935 plus 15. Libby Cornwall from Enterprise will be next to go, and then we'll rake after Libby. We'd also like to thank our pole setters. They have done an outstanding job tonight.
No time for Kill and Needy. No time. Let's go to South Utah County. Swade Olson and Preston Olson. They'll be followed by Humphreys and Larimore.
Well, listen to this. How about a 20.175 for Libby? Tractors into the arena. Wow, we smoked them then, Todd.
Yeah. Guess what? She's going to be at the top of the ground next time. Look out, 19s.
Yes.
Swade and Preston Olson. Number 1 team in the state, looking to keep things nice and smooth as we scoop them up, turn and face. Clean as we go to the number 1 spot at 6.32, 6.32 for Olson and Olson. And they're grinning from ear to ear because they know they're doing what they have to. Austin Humphreys and Blake Larimore, Enterprise. 1 to go, Bull Riders. We've got 1 to go.
You also have some unfinished business in the saddle bronc riding.
Oh, thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Rebuild Cowboy. We've got 3 loops to use.
Camden Coronado is down here in the Young Power Sports Winner Circle. Camden, you won go-round number 1 in the boys cutting. You had some tough luck in the second go-round, but tell me how you came back from that and what was your game plan going into the short go?
My game plan was to come back and mark a bigger score, hoping I'd make it to nationals, and it worked out.
It worked out. You came in leading the state. You have an amazing family. They all rodeo. Can you tell me who you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my sister, and especially Sean Tree.
Congratulations, Candid.
Thank you.
This is Paisley Davis, South Utah County. She'll be followed by Alexis Beckstead and Spikers, then Afton Beck.
Well, the time is going to be a no time for Austin and Blake. No time. So as we recap them, top three, 627, Burke Austin, Tate Crandall with a 727, followed by a 724 from Bridger Crandall and Kessler Riding. But coming down to CU McCarty is going to be Swade and Preston Olson with a 632. 632 wins the performance, goes to number one in the go-round as we've got unfinished business in our saddle bronc riding.
And the time is at 20.881, 20.881.
This is Jacob Marshall. Enterprise Utah, Doc Holliday, the name of the bronc he slides his cinch jeans down onto. We're in the Department of Agriculture buck and shoot.
This is Alexa Beckstead of the Spikers. She'll be followed by Afton Beck.
Horse fighting him just a little bit, kind of smushed him a little bit. We're going to get the horse up and standing. Let's again bring in your cowboy pickup men, Pete Olson and Otis Grant, as well as Dan Grant. They'll also be your bull ropers.
Well, listen to this. How about a 20.130? 20.130.
You guys are running some fast pull patterns tonight.
Yes, we are.
Stacy Mascaro just got kissed by a bull, I'm pretty sure.
Last is Afton Beck of Lehigh.
Mark out, lift, come on. Now spur. Doc Holiday, take my men to the pay window. Well, it looks like we have no flags on the arena floor. The re-ride's going to pay off for Jacob Marshall. We'll get a score coming in for the Enterprise man.
And the time for Afton is a 22.046, 22.046. To recap what we have over here, Kayla Thurgood with a 20.961 is fourth place. Third place goes to Kylie Riding with a 20.518. Second place with a 20.175 is Libby Cornwall. And winning tonight's performance is Alexa Beckstead from the Spikers with a 20.130. And we will send Alexis over to see you, McCarty.
Well, if you're not opposed, we're ready to start the bull riding. I think we can turn a little bit of music on from Atkins and Sounds. It's going to be 53 points for Jacob Marshall, 53 for Jake. That betters his score, so great opportunity. Bear down, let's make a bull ride. 60 points holds the lead. Triple J bucking Bull Wildfire. Bucks him down a little bit early. No score for Jeffrey Nilsson. No score. As we get set to go to your next man, Jones Peyton Glass buck and shoot. For Christopher Staley of Lehigh. He's drawn the bull they call Say When. Here's your number one cowboy coming in the bull riding. Currently sits at that number one spot. Would love to leave here remaining there. All we got to do is make some bull rides. Say When, the name of the bull. And McCarty, if you have anybody down there that wants to interview, you just jump right in.
I do actually. I have Gentry Goza, who was a fast time to go time. Gentry, your practice routine has changed a little bit. Tell us why.
So I've injured my ankle a few times, and then I re-injured it in tennis court. So I've had to change how I practice and just try to save my ankle for state, and it worked out. So I'm super happy about that.
And what does your practice routine look like now?
I tie on the ground every day with my little brother, and then we have a goat saver that I'll do sometimes, and then mostly just exercising those crazy goat horses.
And who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my family who's come and supported me, and a big shout out to my little brother who always is there to help me practice and to push me to be the best I can.
Congratulations, Gentry.
Well, I would like to thank Gentry as well for giving me the opportunity to say the prayer this morning, or this evening. Yes. Chris Staley's get a buck down a little bit early, no score. Congratulations, Gentry. Let's go to the number 3 guy on your day sheet.
Gentry said she's sorry. She totally forgot about it, and I think you barely reminded her that she even had the prayer. So she forgot about it until just barely.
We'll give her another opportunity, I'm sure. Bernoulli, the name of the bull. Trace Red, your cowboy. Spikers, Reams, boots and jeans, buck and shoot. Come on, Trace, sit up. Tuck it. Keep going. You got him. Switching directions, going both ways. Leaderboard, look out. We are going to have a new leader in the bull riding by the name of Trace Red. Good ride. That's what we like to see on Wednesday night. And then there was one. Uinta Basin brings us Braxton Farnsworth. He's drawn the bull they call Hate by Design. We're down to the Stephen Wade buck and shoot. It's going to be an 80-point bull ride. 8-0 for Trace Red. He is the number 2 man in the state. That will help him out. We go to Braxton Farnsworth. Hate by Design, the name of the bull. He is drawn. Uinta Basin Cowboy. Stephen Wade, buck and shoot, is a good friend of mine and a good friend of his. Mr. Dallin Duncan helps him, ties him on. Multiple time circuit finals cowboy, finished top 20 in the world a few years ago. He's one you'd want in your corner. And Braxton knows it. It's Hate by Design. And Farnsworth, let's put a ride together. Down in the well, come on, help him out. We don't like to see the hang-ups happening. As we reverse in the other way. Well, how about the work of your bullfighters, P? Or that was Otis getting a little western out there. It's going to be no score for Farnsworth, no score for Braxton as he bucks down just a little bit early as the bullfighters get him off. So coming to see you, McCarty, It's going to be the one and only Trace Red from the Spikers with a score of 80 points. As we are wrapping things up here in performance number 2, we're going to start a goat roping a little bit later on, but I'm going to turn it over to McCarty as she recaps and says goodnight.
I have a lot of winners down here in the winner's circle. I have Jake Tree, who's the fast time in the tie-down roping tonight. Jake, this is an important run for you, record-breaking for you. Tell me why.
I've just never been that quick in my life, and was just going to go for it tonight and see what happened.
And it worked out in your favor. Is there anyone that you would like to thank?
My whole family sitting over there that came to support me.
You have an amazing family and such a great cheering section. Congratulations, Jake.
Thank you.
She ain't coming back again. This ain't nothing. Nothing but a goodbye town. The streets are only bringing me down. Gotta find a way to finally get out of this goodbye town. We sat down on those courthouse